bright. Sun's pretty there. Are you? Where are you? Are way. Oh, there you go. Oh, flew. And this is why we have the Figure 8 through we here. This isn't really a figure, but it's doing the same thing, having the wire going to Figure 8 turnbuckle. Same thing is through the how easy it is for me to turn. I like to turn. See that are on, and these on there. They're not doing it now. They do that from time to time. All right. Gotta come pet the good luck turtle. Rub the turtle for good luck. Filled the bird feeder earlier. Alright, we'll go in here and take a look what and why we're doing today. This is our ITL RLC 200 red light controller. This is what turns the light on, turns the light off, monitors the current, and tells me if there's a problem. Right now it's in day mode, which is fine, but if I flick it to night mode, we'll wait for it to kick over. Now this first red light down here is PEC. Photoelectric cell. That's what tells it the it's day or night. It thinks there's a problem because I've kicked it into night mode, but the photo cell is saying it's daytime, but it is daytime. So that alarm is normal, but you see the other one come in, MKR marker. Now if it was nighttime, that marker alarm would be there without me kicking this into night mode, and that means that my light bulb is burned out. So we'll go ahead and click that back to auto mode. So what do we have here? We've got that. We've got a battery Tender 800. That's for my baby here, Effie. Am I zoomed out? I am zoomed out. So the battery tender's for Effie. It's where all my cables come in. Most of them are currently unterminated. I've got a relay situation set up for right here. This is telephone line and control line that goes between the house and the shop. So I can control the relays from the house or the shop. It also is the down circuit between the house and the shop. And this line here runs RF to this ADRF 1990 PCS repeater. So it's a nice piece of kit. Yes, it's 1900 hertz PCS. You'll see the dish and power. See a little grid megahertz that is up on my tap. The 1900 light. It's grid dish heel pointed at sprints just over the. From here is the so that is the first near. That is my near. Go in and site channel on, and you have to up until this won't. You're on downlink. I think it's F link channel A, and you know channel matches that. But tell hooked up what made to the tower. Finish. Don't have it the currently. The don't is hooked up. Hooking up a server and should go in the house. Antennas, so, but they're right here. I know that you put it in the center of the house and it's not hooked up yet. So we'll finish that up. But anyhow, what we're looking for today is this. have to change a light bulb. I should have a light bulb in here. I'm getting ready to order 2 new bulbs because it takes, there we go, 116 A21s. They're 116 watt signal light bulbs that are made specifically for this type of application. Probably not going to focus on that. No, anyhow. So we've got this bulb to go swap out up top, and I've got a cap that I'm wanting to put on the top of my safety climb. We'll run in here into the house and grab that cap real quick. Hello, Fluffy. Hello, there, Fluffy. Alright, so we'll gotta go grab a roll of electrical tape. I've got some cables I need to secure that I ran out of tape last time. Roll of tape, flathead screwdriver, 1/2-inch wrench, and I think that's it. We'll go on and head up and secure those lines, put the cap on the safety climb, and change our light bulb. Alright, I'll shoot some video when I'm up there. Alright, well there it is. That is my new bulb installed. Old bulb is right there inside my little pouch. So, new bulb on the tower. Go ahead and close it up. And lock it in. Alright, new bulb. There's my my primary VHF. It's a Hustler G6 5/8 over 5/8 stack dipole. Just underneath that you can see my grid dish. That's the 1900 megahertz grid dish. There's my flag. Here are 2 of my 1/2-inch feed lines that are running up here to the top, color-coded white and green. They're just hanging right here. Here's the very top of the tower. There's my rotator plate. I'll have a rotator up here and a big HF tri-bender and something else, you know. So I've got 2 hard lines running up here just for that. There's my new little cap I've put on the top of the safety climb. So that's my homemade safety climb. It works really well. I mean, I haven't tried it out, you know. I've put some weight into it, but not too much. Guy anchor, guy paths. You know, there's the yard. Anyhow, that's it. So here's my tower. So, you know, 70 foot. I'm not even above the top of the trees. As you see, here's the the top of our trees. We've got some mighty tall oaks around here. But yeah, this is it. Nice dogwoods. We've got quite a few dogwoods, and makes me happy. I really like dogwoods. Anyhow, this is my tower, 70 foot, 25G. Got a lot of plans for it, a lot of stuff I plan on doing. Right now, that's my only active antenna. And then the grid antenna, the grid dish right there pointing over this way. There is a Sprint tower over there. You can't see it. Obviously, there's nothing but trees. But that antenna can see it well enough to work as a donor antenna for my repeater in the house. And that's it. All right, I've been saying I was going to shoot a video of the tower, So that was it. I went out and did my inspection on it, on my anchors, made sure they looked fine. As I come up the tower, I check hardware at my guys, where my guys attach here, and at the middle guy, or bottom guy, in the middle of the tower. So, alright, we'll climb down a little bit, and I'll show you a little close-up of the grid dish and the top of the safety. Alright, folks, came down a little bit. Here is the top of my safety climb. And it is homemade, so you can say what you want about it. It is held in with conduit, unistrut conduit straps. That's what's holding it onto the tower leg. I've got two on this side, two on this side, but I mean, I know it's not a tough tug or a roan or, the DBI safety climb, but it works. It's got a nice thick plate welded on the bottom. There's a spring inside of it, as you can hear. As I pull on it, you can hear and see the cable move. There's a spring inside of there. 3/8 stainless steel, or 3/8. It's the correct cable. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this, people. But that's it. I know somebody's going to want to say something, but this is super safe. This is going to catch me. It's going to hold me. I know it's not a manufactured, engineered safety, but it's good enough, and it will work. I've got the main safety up there. That's going to my back D-ring. I could go ahead and, oh come on, triple lock beaner on here. I mean, there, I'm hooked in now, but I'm shooting some videos, so I'm going to unhook from that, and just so I can hang back further and show you stuff. So that's it. These are called torque bars. They're a type of guy wire mount for the top of your tower. That makes this the pivot point rather than having the pivot point be here. It stands it off another foot from the tower. These are about 16 inches, but with the angle, you're standing off 10 inches to a foot further away from the apex of the leg. And by doing that, I mean, the tower, don't get me wrong, you can see here, I'm still quite torquey. I don't know if you can tell how much I'm torquing, but it's still quite torquey. But those bars do help keep it from torquing a little bit, especially with my rotator plate being right here. The rotator plate is I'm going to have a large 2-inch mast and a large HF antenna on top of that. And so as the rotator spins, it induces a lot of torsional moment into the tower. And that's where these torque bar guy brackets are really going to help up here. So that's them. This is the top of my ground, which I'm just now realizing that means I don't have my lightning rod up here. I did have a lightning rod, but for some reason I thought I was putting up my rotator, even though I don't have it yet, and so I took that stuff down, which means I need to get that back up. Put my lightning rod back up here. 2 hoisting grips right there. That is 2 runs of 1/2 inch. Let's see if you can read it here. Andrew Heliax 1/2 inch LDF 450A. So that's quality 1/2 inch LDF coax. I've got 2 runs of that running to the very top. They terminate right there, as I showed you before. There's another hoisting grip. That is for the power feeding my light up there. My beacon, I've just replaced the signal bulb in that. So that's my Hustler G6 5/8 over 5/8 stack dipole. It's coax feeding off of it. That is a jumper made out of FSJ 1/4 inch. It's 1/4 inch Superflex. It's FSJ 2? 1? I can't remember the number. anyhow, it doesn't matter. Quarter inch Superflex, and that comes over and feeds that half-inch Superflex right down here. And that, no. What is it running to? It's running to my third piece of LDF4 cable. Yeah, it's running to my third piece of LDF4, which is color-coded blue. I have white, green, and blue. The blue LDF4 is what's hooked to the Hustler, and this Superflex right there, the half-inch Superflex, is what's hooked up to my grid dish for the 19 megahertz repeater. So that's what we've got up here. That's about it. I'll head down and show you a sidearm from the left mount, just because that's the last thing. Some tape up here. That's where it's. And we'll scoot down, throw some tape on some cables that's missing, and we'll. All right, so here we are at my sidearm flag mount. It again is just a piece of unistrut held on with 1-inch unistrut straps. 1-inch unistrut straps fit the leg of a 25G wonderfully. Have a piece of 3/8 hardware right here that simply holds my string. This is 550 cord. Down there you can see a little pulley mounted to the end of the unistrut, again with some 3/8 hardware. A little snap hook hanging underneath that. Then the flag, and I have a Master, what's that, 5011 series? Excuse me, I can't remember my model numbers very well, but a master lock, a good old-fashioned brass master lock. That's an old Nextel one that I acquired years ago. Just acting as a weight on the bottom of the flag to hold it out. Holding it out like that keeps it off the tower, can't wrap around anything. And I can pull it in. I'm not going to right now because that pulley, well, being way out there, it's difficult to, well, let's see if you can hear it. Yeah, being way out there, it's difficult to lube, and I can pull it in and out, but it makes a horrible racket, and I don't want to torture the neighbors with that. They're out there right now painting their picket fence, and I don't want to make all that horrible squealing noise just to demonstrate my sidearm mount. But very simple, very effective. You can climb up here and swap it out, especially again with the safety climb device. I can just, you know, throw my belt on, jump on that safety climb, shoot up here really quick. It's so convenient. I'm so glad I finally built the safety climb and put it on here. Anyhow, that's it. I'm gonna climb on down and throw some tape on. I'm not going to bother shooting that. It's the same as what you see right here. It's just where I've got cables running, and I run them inside the tower. It keeps it visually nice. I try to run them back here because this is the climbing face. That way it keeps the climbing face open. All my cables back here, but from about that guy wire down, the middle guy wire down, I've got some cables I need to secure. So what I've done, I've actually got a cable that runs from my shop over here along the fence line to this guy anchor here, and it runs along this lower guy cable, and then it runs down and into the garage, and that is a piece of LMR 400 and a piece of control cable, so I can operate the relays that will be on the wall in the garage. I can operate those from the garage. I also have controls in the ham desk inside the house, so I can operate the same relays. They'll be isolated through diodes, so that I can control them from either place, or just use latching relay logic, so that I can trigger from either side and unlatch from either side. But that runs down into there, and then I've got my cables running up. So I've got one cable from the shop that runs into the garage, and then I can, with relays, remotely choose what cable running up the tower to the top that I want to access. So anyhow, that's the shack, or that's the not the shack, but that's the tower and the transmitter site. So anyhow, KJ4PTD. All right. Let's plug her back in here. And come over here to our RLC 200, our ITL RLC 200. Let it wake up and do its thing. Alright, there it goes. It's in day mode. Click it to night. Now we do have a PEC alarm, which we would expect. But the green light right there is letting us know that we do have our beacon on. So, hey, we fixed it. We'll kick her back into auto. Call it a good day. Alright folks, it's KJ4PTD 73.